to the official season 1 of Tier 2. Tonight we stop in France, in the Paul Ricard circuit. Welcome to everybody, wherever you are in the world, in the country. Welcome to Full Throttle Racing. With me in the comms box tonight, I have got Crofty, as normal. Mr. Adrian, he's going to get people in for us. He's going to do some admin. He's going to do some walk around the pit lane. And then obviously, an old favorite with all of you, Lee, is also joining me in the comms box. Welcome, gentlemen.
Good evening, HB. Yeah, looking forward to racing at Paul Ricard circuit. We should be in for a solid Grand Prix.
Evening, gentlemen.
Crofty.
Optimistic about the race, so yeah, let's see how it goes. I'm still doing sound checks and stuff on my side for the channel.
Brilliant, thank you for that, Crofty. I should have said bonjour à tous, apparently, which is good evening, everybody, in French, but look at my French is obviously not that great.
I only know a few words.
So let's stick to English or Afrikaans. Obviously, guys, we start off the brand new season. It's going to be 16 races, full qualifying for Tier 2. We have 13 drivers on the grid tonight, so no issues really in Q1 to get through to Q2. Remember, the first 15 goes through. Obviously, only 13 guys in here, so it should all be coasting for them. And maybe use this session as a practice run, gentlemen.
Absolutely. Golden opportunity, as you say, for a nice little practice run for the guys. And they get down to business in Q2. And then obviously the shootout in Q1.
Absolutely. So we are in France, obviously the Paul Ricard circuit. A very rhythmic circuit, if I want to call it that way. We saw it in practice early yesterday and today as well. Rhythm, it's all about entry and exit speeds here. 15 corners, 2 DRS zones, one in the start-finish straight and then one in the back straight. So looking forward to some overtaking opportunities. It's going to be interesting to see what wings the guys are carrying, whether they're going to do setups for all this long, fast-speed corners, or they're going to drop that wing slightly just to be not as vulnerable on the straight with the DRS and the ERS coming through.
Absolutely, I think a personal preference, because I was taking part in that the practice session with you, is definitely you got to set this car up for speed. Never mind the corners, because come race time, you're going to have the guys up your gearbox, no doubt, with these long straights. But yeah, it's going to be, I would say, personal preference. Set it up for the long straights.
Absolutely. On our comment section here, I just want to welcome Werner Nell again. He's one of our favorites, one of our regulars. Welcome, Werner. He's saying, what a beautiful racetrack. And really it is. It's if you take all the glamour away from Monaco and the Tifosi in Monza, this is really one of the most beautiful racetracks. And a lot forgiving for the drivers in terms of runoff areas. No close barriers, really. You don't have the Wall of Champions. It's not Monaco. It's not Singapore. It's very forgiving towards the drivers.
Oh, definitely. For me, the only issues the drivers will have are the long corners. As you said earlier, definitely one of those tracks where you have to be in rhythm, you have to be in tune. And that's where the drivers will be making their mistakes. If they do make any, it'll be on getting into rhythm as quickly as possible. As I say that Aquas Dentry sets a 134.003 to put him on pole for the moment. Rotor Turbo does a 133.842. Pretty decent lap from the guys at the moment.
Gerard Kotze also joining us, obviously one of our Tier 1 drivers. Good evening, Gerard, and welcome to the stream. He says go Rotor, so he's definitely voting for Rotor. Senior Ghost, I think he's one of the race engineers for one of the guys. For Aqua, by the way. And he says go Aqua and the Mango. Now, I never thought of McLaren as a Mango, but we gave the Racing Point the Barbie car name. I think it's about time that the McLarens goes as Mangoes. Rishan also supporting Aqua or the Mango cars here. So lots of support for Aqua. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining us on the stream. We are on board currently with Bluebird. I just want to get some data up here for my commentary team so we can just see what's going on here. And there we go. So in terms of so Leslie at the moment in pole position. Once again, this is not really a straight shootout. Everyone will
Yep.
go through, bearing in mind they keep all their wheels in place and on the car. But a easy session, really, just to sass out how the car feel. Obviously, when you leave the pitch, you can't change anything major on the car except for differential maybe and your front wing. But it should be an easy session for the guys.
Absolutely, yeah. Just to get a couple of banker laps, going and set them up nicely for their Q2, which is going to be a very, very important session for the guys. And yeah.
Yeah, guys, just some info on this track. Since 2019.
Crofty coming through with
out.
some information. Nice, Crofty.
Yes. I don't know if you guys have noticed they changed the pit entrance 2 times.
That's interesting.
Yes.
I believe so, yes. I've seen that, yeah. It's a bit of an awkward... the first pit entrance was a bit of an awkward one, if I'm
Yeah,
not
but
mistaken.
on the main straight.
That's it, yes. Pretty dangerous, if you ask me.
Werner now also saying here in the comments box for all the Afrikaans people out there, steek hom stinky. It's probably as good as Eet hom Puxie. He's obviously voting for Antony Tones. I am going to use this opportunity, seeing that qualifying 1 is really not a knockout session. And I'm going to start with you, Lee. You're obviously
Yes.
racing in Tier 1. Lots of fast drivers there. Wednesday night, is almost upon us. How do you see the season for yourself? Obviously, you're driving for and I'm going to fall out of the bus here. I can't remember who you drive for.
That's,
Toro
the
Rosso, is
Red
it?
Bulls.
Oh, the Red Bull.
Yeah, the Red Bulls.
Christian
That's it,
Horner.
yes.
Season for you, how do you feel about the season going into this with all these new guys joining, fast guys, obviously?
Look, obviously, I'm very, very excited. I've set the bar high for myself. I'm aiming for a top 3. Call it top 5 finish this season. Constructors, myself and Kadonks, obviously we teammates, so we are aiming for the top 3 as well. So setting the bar quite high. It's going to be a tough one, but definitely look forward to the challenge. We've got some great drivers in Tier 1, and should be an interesting one. It's an interesting battle with the guys.
Personal preference from your side in terms of France. Obviously, after France, we move on towards Austria, which I think is everyone's favorite. Really, speaking to the group. Then after, we've got Germany, or we've got Silverstone, Germany, Hungary. How does France rate up for you as a driver towards all the other tracks? Is this one of your favorites?
Look, definitely not one of my favorites. I had a couple of practice laps earlier this afternoon, and I'm just not getting the car lined up. It's very, very easy to lose your rhythm. Yeah, one wrong corner, and you got to start again, basically. Not one of my favorites. I haven't raced here before, so I'm looking forward to the long straight battles. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Before I get to Crofty and ask him the same question, I'm just going to get him to do a little bit of work for us. He always does nothing in this commentary box. If we can just see if we can get Stefan Viljoen, Papa Whiskey, back into the lobby. He obviously can't take part of qualifying anymore, but at least he can get in. He's battling with some connection issues. So Crofty, there's your first job for the evening, young man.
I'm busy on it.
That's what we would like to hear. So I'm just going to get on. I'm currently with Pandeja here in the Ferrari. I'm going to get on board with him, just going slowly through turn 14 and 15 onto the main straight. This is going to be one of his flying laps. He is on the soft at the moment. Showed some really good pace in Tier 1 in the pre-seasons, I would call it, before we got things settled and did the whole revamp. We're going to follow him on board a bit. Goes into fourth into the first corner, second corner, nice traction out there in fifth. The car looks solid, the Ferrari looks good. Hopefully they can get it looks very stable, nicely into fifth there, really good corner. There should be a good lap for him. We're going to stay on board with him a little bit. Ferrari, they need to get off to a strong start. Obviously one of the mainstream teams with the Silver Arrows and the Red Bull Racing guys. They need to get off to a good start.
Definitely. They need to set the mark this evening, and hopefully they'll probably be pushing for a podium position. They've got the drivers to do so, with Pandego and Porfmace, behind the steering wheel. Definitely quality drivers there. So I'm sure they'll be aiming for that podium this evening.
Absolutely. Willem, obviously, the side note who's racing as Hofmeis. Now, if you're English, I cannot translate that for you, and I'm not even going to try. I'm probably going to give that to Crofty later to get onto Google and see what Hofmeis translates to in English. But yeah, he showed some very good times in time trial. So lots of promise from the Ferrari guys. I think they're going to put the McLaren or the Silver Arrows on a lot of pressure. If I look at through the driving list here, lots of strong teams here. The Red Bulls with CJ and with Antoni, also a good pairing. And then the Mercedes, Henry obviously not here tonight, and Adrian, Adrian, he's gonna have to keep the flag right. And as I say that, Van der Gheyn goes fastest on a 1:32.3 on a soft, really good lap there. Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely a driver to look out for. There we go, Hofmeis. I think it's Willem you mentioned. I still need to get used to the guys' names. He's up into third. So great showing from the Ferrari guys. And also a guy I think that needs some mentioning would be Cactus the Big, Sheldon Phelan. Also a very, very new guy to the online racing scene, but seems to be a driver that is improving race by race basically. Also one to look out for. And then you've got Chili Willy, who's had a very, very decent showing in call it our pre-season.
Yeah,
very good showing from him. Definitely another driver to look out for. As I said, that he goes up to 6. Yes, we're in for a solid race this evening by the looks of things.
Looks like clear skies. Doesn't look like rain's coming. If anyone on the stream or anyone that's watching this, can you maybe just give us an update on the weather? That's something that Codemaster can hopefully fix with the 2020 game, is to give us commentators some info on the weather. But at the moment, it looks like not blue skies, but clear skies. Not as blue as the racetrack in France, but yeah, it doesn't look like it's rain at the moment. We're on board with Essitronica at the moment in the Toro Rosso. He's pairing up with Bluebird. Also a strong Toro Rosso team. They should also be fighting for that 5, 6, 7 places.
Absolutely, yeah. I think, in both tiers, if you look at it, we've only got like 4 minutes left, but in both tiers we've got a solid driver lineup, and definitely going to be a great season for spectators and commentators alike, and I'm sure the drivers will definitely love it going up against each other. Drivers of, call it equal standard, well not equal standard, but very closely matched. Put it that
Absolutely. Crofty, you've fixed Papa Whiskey, you're a legend. And I'm going to pose the same question to you, Crofty. You're obviously driving in Tier 1 on Wednesday night. Looking forward to your season. What do you expect from your season and your teammates? And how do you guys get along?
No, my teammate's my best mate, so we always get a good along.
That's what a couple of people say in the F1 paddock until it comes to championship, and then
No, he's gonna be obviously the number 1 driver. He's used to manual gears. I'm still getting the hang of it. On a practice session, I ran low 133 so far. It's something to get used to. So yeah, I think as the season's gonna progress, then the driving style and everything's gonna start to, figure itself out.
Absolutely. At the moment, we're on board with the Red Bull and CJ Kotza, Rotor Turbo. He is just losing the back end slightly there in turn 12 and 13. And there we go on to, he'll get DRS assistance here, wide open.
Okay, I just want to get some telemetry up here for myself.
I'm just gonna get Aquazincha in. I just want to find out what happened there. Why he's disqualified.
Yeah, Crofty, well spotted and well picked up. Let's get him into the comms box. Let's see what happened in his qualifying session. He got disqualified. I saw a comment there from Senior Ghost saying that it was a pit lane incident. I'm not sure what happened there. George van Beingaard, Papa Whiskey disconnected and struggling to get in. Yeah, we got him in. He's back in. Thank you, George, for the comment. Remember, just 2 minutes left. Sorry, Lee, just 2 minutes left in qualifying 1. He's aborting his lap there. We're going to see if we can spot someone else to get on board. Obviously, this is really just to get your tires maybe a bit scrubbed. And we are joined by Aqua Century. Yeah, what happened, young man?
way too early. Someone came in behind me. I don't know who was it. I think it was either Rota or someone else. But I got disqualified. I had my foot down on the pedal. It didn't want me to move forward. It was just my car was just rolling.
That's hard. Yeah, that's hard luck. So you're going to start from all the way back in the grid. But I mean, you've showed some pace in pre-season. You should be okay from the back of the grid. Lots of overtaking opportunities for you here tonight.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Will try.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, young man, and have a good race.
Thank you.
Thanks, Crofty.
It's a pleasure.
We are currently on board with Estetronica. He's in 8th at the moment. Almost 2 seconds behind the guys. He's on the mediums. Probably just want to see how the mediums feel before he goes into Q2. Remember, in Q2, that the tire that you start on, or that you do your qualifying lap on, the fastest lap, however, that's the tire that you must start on with the race. So it's going to be interesting to see what the guys prefer. I know there was some talks in the pit lane around starting on the mediums, going on to the hards. Durability looks to be okay on those tires. Do you feel, gentlemen, that this is a soft racetrack? Crofty, maybe you've had some information for us that you can share with us in terms of the softs?
Well, the softs is not going to last you a long time. I think the start of the race on a medium is going to be the right call. The other thing is, what I noticed about this track is there's no bumps in this track. It's quite a smooth surface. So yeah, if you look at suspension settings, you can go quite soft. But a softer suspension is harder on a softer tire.
Some good insight there by Crofty. Crofty is obviously one of our Tier 1 drivers. His real name is not Crofty, he's Adrian. So you can follow him also on Tier 1. It's Bernard 007. He'll be racing on Wednesday night. Just looking at the comments section, Senior Go saying, "Go Mango," and thanks Crofty. That's obviously for getting Aqua into the comms box. Well done, Crofty. You've got some fans out there.
I've got a fan base, man.
Yeah, well done.
Voice signature's later, eh? I'm the man walking in the pits.
Yeah, well, at least that's good. You can lose some weight. Not saying that you're fat by any chance, any stretch of the imagination. It's a Tonica ducking into the pits there. Basically qualifying one over and done. Guys who is on track can still finish it. I'm just looking at Adrian. He is on track at the moment in the Silver Arrows. He needs to find some pace. Currently 2.5 seconds off, and as I said that he backs out. I think that's basically qualifying 2 for us, as you can see on the left hand side. Checkered flags going out. Cactus popping in there into 7th. Yeah, much better lap there for Sheldon in the Barbie car. Now, I've had some experience in this Barbie car, gentlemen. It gets you a lot of attention off track. You get a lot of hammering from other drivers. But in essence, the Barbie car showed in pre-season racing that the Barbie car is quick. It's got a Merc engine in, so if you can look past the beautiful thing, it's a good race car. Yeah, it's a good.
Absolutely.
So we've got a Barbie car and a Mango. It's nice.
Right, gentlemen, I just want to note to you quickly, I think two guys that's out for tonight is the top 2 drivers at the moment in qualifying 1.
So if you are a pundit, you can take Crofty's information here and you can go and bet some money on these 2 gentlemen, according to Crofty. Would you bet some money on them, Crofty, for first and second?
Yeah, I will. Because I've got a lot of faith in Marco Van Diego. Van Degu. He was my teammate in the last season with Williams, and he did exceptionally well. I'm a seasoned driver, and he just got the game a few months ago, and he's brilliant on track.
Brilliant. Just to take you through our top 10 quickly, it's Van Degu, Leslie Shaw, Pofmouse, Papa Whiskey, and Codemaster decided to give me a cut-off there. But luckily, this was just for a bit of bragging rights. Chris Marie van der Merwe saying, "Good luck, William." So well done. Welcome, Chris Marie. We've seen you before here, so also a season favorite here on the channel. Welcome. Brewster Cox saying, "Kom Pofmuis." Podium finish tonight. So is it in Pofmuis? Is it in the Ferraris to maybe make it a 1-2? I bet you that the Tifosi would go absolutely crazy about this one.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely, yeah. But also, as you say, that just one guy to look out for that might just split that back, and we saw that in Q1. Leslie Sharp, Also, a very, very consistent driver. We're also, like, really looking forward to seeing what he can do this evening. So yeah, I think probably 1-3 for Ferrari. That's my money. My money's on that. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, guys, let's talk about the Ferrari. Sorry to interrupt you, Lee.
Okay.
Everybody in Tier 1 and 2, they want that red car. The red car, all the silver arrows.
Absolutely. Just a reminder for all our viewers out there, qualifying 2, whatever fastest lap you set on that specific tire, that tire will take you into the race. As we see the Mango car just popping in there before Adrian. So it's going to be interesting to see if the guys go for the softs and the mediums. At the moment, Cactus the Big has opted for the mediums, so Leslie Sharp qualifying 1. It's going to be interesting to see what the pressure does to Pandeja and the rest of the guys who was leading the field early on.
Yeah, guys, to be honest with you, out of personal experiences, I find qualifying 2 the most stressful one. I don't know why.
Ask me about that. I had a scary moment. I think it's in pre-season race last week. I was sitting in the pits. I didn't have enough time to go out. I was on 10th. Set a mediocre time on the mediums. And yeah, it was quite a lengthy 2 minutes for me to sit in the pit lane just watching guys come through. Luckily I made it through. Made up for it in Q3. But yeah, qualifying 2 is not an easy one. It's luckily there's not a lot of drivers. It's not a full grid. Track space shouldn't be an issue. It's all about keeping the car on the track and making the right tire choice.
Oh, guys, I see there's only 6 drivers that opted for the medium tire. The rest is on the soft. So this this session can get quite interesting.
Definitely, and also just thinking about the tire situation. I mean, if these guys are going to do their fastest laps on the softs, then you're going to look at you could possibly look at a 2-stop strategy. And a personal experience again, I know the softs don't go the distance and a half. Sorry, as I said, that Chili Willy hits the wall.
I was not on board with him. Oh, good grief.
Better angle. Massive spin out, and he's definitely out of the session.
Scotty, some more work there for you, young man.
So again, sorry, we didn't get that.
Crofty, some more work there for you. Let's
Yes,
see if we can
already.
get Chili Willy. Thank you. I'm currently on board with Scuderia Ferrari Pandeja, who lead it into Q1. He's currently fitted the mediums. I think a good strategy for the mediums. We'll see how he goes. We're currently on board with him. Just going through sector 2 now. Oh, battling a bit to get traction there. Sorry, sector 3. Sorry, missing my whole point in the track. And he started his flying lap. Wow. And let's stay on board with him a bit.
Let's see what he can do there.
Buddy's saying in the comment section here, my quali 3 predictions: Pandeja first, Leslie Sharp second, and Willeman third. So he's on the same page as you, Lee, in terms of the Ferraris 1-3.
That's it, yeah. And they both my sets are 133.02. Yeah, like I said, I've got a very, very good feeling that Leslie Sharp will split the Ferraris this evening. As I see Chili Willy has joined us.
Hi, Chili Willy, how are you?
Hey, feeling a bit sad now. After that.
What happened? What happened? Tell us what happened next.
I just accelerated when I hit the curb, so then my back end just went out. Happened to me in practice a couple of times as well.
So you were riding the curb and the back end came out.
On the inside, so then just accelerated too early.
How do you feel about this track? Is it one of your favorites? Do you think you can come back? Obviously, you're not going to make it through to Q3. Probably going to start at the back of the grid. Do you think you can make it from the back of the grid? Do you think opportunities for overtaking is good here?
Yeah, there's opportunities definitely. I'm definitely going to start on the mediums. See how long I can go.
Yeah, we're just talking in the comms box now that it might be a medium hard kind of scenario tonight in France.
If everything goes well.
Yeah, but hard luck for qualifying. Hopefully we can see some good overtaking moves from you in the race. And yeah, good luck.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for joining us.
Guys, and Pandeja in the Ferrari went to second best now.
Just a 10th off fourth most really there. So the Ferrari's really throwing out the gauntlet here. Obviously Pandeja on the mediums. That's a really good time on the mediums. Currently just under 9 minutes. Fourth most, the two Ferraris up in front with the fourth most and Pandeja. third is Citronica, Leslie Sharp in fourth, Aiden in fifth, Papa Whiskey sixth, Pat seventh, Cactus the Big in eighth, and Bluebird, Aquacentric, Rota, and Stone still need to set some times. I am gonna get on board here with Papa Whiskey in the Renault. And he runs horribly wide. Goes straight into the pits. That lap was messed up. He's going to have to refuel and rethink what he's going to do on that. Maybe medium's not going to work so nicely for him through here. I am going to be Cactus the Big at the moment. In the pits, I'm on board with Bluebird. He's fitted to softs. Almost 3.5 seconds off the gas. He's got some work to do.
Guys, I think we're going to see the 132s here very soon, especially from Prof Mace. And I think I want to put my money on it. I think it's going to be a Ferrari front row lockout.
Yeah, I was feeling the same thing, but I don't want to put my money on it, Crofty. You didn't give me enough information, so I don't really want to go that route. Forza Ferrari. I think there's a couple of Ferrari fans, and I'm obviously one of them in the comments box here. Big Ferrari fan. Obviously driving this season for the Bunny team, so the Easter Bunnies, the Haas team. We'll see what the Haas does this season.
HB, how do you think your season's gonna go? Have you got any sort of target set for yourself?
Obviously.
You just throw that in there.
Oh man, I feel quite comfortable in the Bunny car. I feel the car is. I did some practice today. I'm still a bit off, but the practice still lies ahead. I definitely like this track. I won't say it's my fastest tracks that for me personally. Tracks coming up, I feel really comfortable with Austria. Silverstone is definitely one of my favorites. So I really think that I can fight for race wins if I can keep it clean. I've had a couple of big moments in qualifying, messed up qualifying laps where I shouldn't. So top 3 for me, I'd like to have. Obviously there's very fast drivers here that I haven't raced against. My teammate's also very quick. He's just understanding the new rules and the new assist levels.
Yeah.
But I think the Haas boys can get into the top 3. But it's going to be difficult. It's definitely going to be difficult against guys like yourself, Nick, Eugene. I'm going to say Crofty as well. I don't want to leave Crofty out of this because he's going to feel neglected. But I think the first couple of races really for me is going to be what sets up my season. If I can make Germany, Hungary, Austria work for myself, then should be good.
Set yourself up decently. Yeah.
Absolutely. I always find it difficult to come back from a couple of bad races, so hopefully I can just at least score some decent points in the top 5.
Guys, there's a few power.
Crofty, you are underneath in the garage somewhere because we can't hear you properly.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can hear you, Crofty. Well done.
Sorry about that. Yeah, there's a few power tracks coming up. Also my favorites like Austria, Silverstone, Monza. But yeah, it's also like same like you, Avalach, had a bad start to the season. We'll see how it goes from here, and I'm very looking forward to Italy.
Divan Swanepoel saying here in the comment section, let's go Ferrari for the win. I think let's just get qualifying first out of the way. And Senior goes commenting on my Bunny car comment. He says, the Bunny car it is then. Well, then it is the Easter Bunny car. I'm quite happy to drive for the Haas team, the Bunny car. It's better than Barbie, obviously. Senior goes saying, Pofmace Aqua Pandejo. That's his top 3. So we'll see how that turns out. I still rate Pandejo for pole. He said an extremely quick time on the mediums. He's just a 10th of his teammates. His teammates on the softs, however. No need, I think, for him to go out. Guys, who should go out in the session trying to get through into that 10th place? At the moment, the cutoff is really Bluebird. Obviously, Chili Willy retired. And Rota Turbo.
I would say Tones. Tones is a number 9 spot now. But I would like to see Rota Turbo getting in there.
Absolutely, I am currently with him. He's in the Red Bull. He seriously needs to have a good lap here just to get himself out of that. I would say bottom 10 guys. just to get himself out there. He's obviously teaming up with CJ Kotze. He is CJ Kotze. He's teaming up with Antonio Groenewald. Tones currently in 9th. So if he can have a good lap, he can just put his teammate under a bit of pressure, which is never nice in a session like this. Because obviously as teammates, you do chat to each other. You understand who's where on the track. Guys, do you do that in race trim? Do you set up a conversation with your teammate, talk to him through qualifying, tell him when you're pitting, tell him your strategy? Or is it really just a focus point of view?
I think for strategy, that's the way to go.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, definitely. I know with myself and Sheldon in our pre-season, we were communicating right through qualifying as well as the race. Obviously we being in different positions, he would let me know what's going on, in front of him, and I would do the same. And it's nice. It's good to have. You can help each other along, and it's definitely important, I would say.
Absolutely. Just over 3 minutes to go. I am currently on board with Rotor Turbo in the Red Bull. He's going to give it everything. We're going to follow him around. He's set on the mediums. That's a lot of confidence in yourself and in your car to go out in the mediums. Currently in 13th, he is in a drop zone. He needs to set a fast time here and not make any mistakes on this lap to get through to qualifying 3. And only 3 minutes left. He's not going to have time to fit another set of tires.
Yeah, so this is one opportunity, because what I've noticed is the ERS burns out pretty quickly on the circuit, probably because of the long straight. So you'll get this lap, and then he'll have to rebuild that ERS, to try and get himself another run. And then he'll probably have 30 seconds left to squeeze in another lap. So put himself under a bit of pressure, but I'm sure he's confident enough that he will get there.
Absolutely. So Bluebird currently in the drop zone. Obviously we've lost Chili Willy due to that retirement, losing the back end, and we're currently on board with Rotor Turbo. So hopefully CJ can pick himself up from this one, and get through to. I think it will mean a lot for the Red Bull team to get both Red Bulls through. Obviously the 2 Ferraris through already. This season is all about constructors as well. It's not just about drivers. We're going to follow him through the last corner here and see where he can get up on the timesheets. Good drive out of the last corner, and he pops in a 5th.
Oh, 5th. Here we go.
Well done. Good job, CJ. And he puts that Red Bull up in 5th. And that puts Tones on in a bit of a problem there in 10th.
Yeah.
We might just, I'm going to try to see who's on track between Cactus, obviously one of your favorites. Lee, and he's just not getting it together.
No, he's not, unfortunately, but I see he's on the softs, obviously trying to get himself
and
up.
He
there. He goes third. There we
Unbelievable
go.
job. That's more
drive.
like it. Lee, I think you feel a bit more comfortable now. Maybe you're part of the race engineering team there. Huh?
Sneaking in some WhatsApps there and stuff.
Absolutely. So the Barbie car, I don't know if it's Barbie or Ken. I think the teammates need to understand who's Barbie and who's Ken in that car. Brilliant lap time from him, putting him up into 3rd. That puts Bluebird and Tones under a lot of pressure. I'm going to try to find them on track and see where they are. There's only 49 seconds left, so I'm currently on board with Tones. He might just get another lap in. He will definitely. Goes around the last corner. He's set on the mediums. Let's see where this puts him up to. DRS wide open. And he goes 10th. Very close. He's still got another lap to do this. He pushes Pat down into 11th. Pat is also, I think he's probably Ken. I don't think he would like to be called Barbie. He's currently in 11th in the drop zone. Oh, just pushes it wide. Can he get to the start-finish line? He's got 16 seconds left to get another lap in. Is he going to make it? We're just on board with him at the moment. And he does start another lap, so he's got 1 lap. We are going to stick with him. Bluebird's also on a lap. He's on the softs. Pat's on the mediums. Oh, Pat loses it. Definitely corner cutting there. I don't think that lap's going to work for him. And he backs off completely. So that leaves Bluebird. Can he upset anyone? He's on the softs at the moment. Back straight, DRS wide open. Can he push Tones out of the top 10 and make sure that the Red Bull has some scratching to do there? Oh, I'm not sure. That's going to be a corner cutting.
No, that's a bit close. Yeah, I see he is half a second down. I'm not sure if that's half a second down on his personal best or on pole. see as he comes around here.
Oh no, he loses it
running wide.
completely. That's not definitely going to take him through, unfortunately. Frustration, he hits. It's the DHL board. That's frustration coming through. So I can confidently say that we have our top 10. Provisional going through will be Porfmaze, Vandejo, Cactus the Big, Aquacentric, Citronica, Rotor Turbo, Leslie Sharp, Aiden, Papa Whiskey, and Tones. And obviously we lost in this session Pat, Bluebird, and Chili Willy. From a driver constructor point of view, looking very good for Ferrari, obviously battling for the top 2 honor spots. Guys, any other team that you think we might be having a look out for tonight? Not necessarily driver related, but more from a team performance point of view?
Man, I'll answer that question when we go through to the next qualifying session, because I don't know who is driving for who, unfortunately. I do apologize. Let me just...
Obviously, Pat losing out in the Racing Point. That leaves Sheldon alone in the Racing Point. We've got... I'm just going to go through my list here. Aquacentric and Warlock. Warlock obviously joined the session. He didn't start with qualifying, so that McLaren says only one McLaren left. So it looks like Ferrari might have a heap of points taking away if they can keep it clean. What do you do in a situation like this, guys? First and second, first race of the season. Do you battle? Team orders? Do you take it easy? Is it bragging rights for tonight? What do you do?
So it's a bit of a tough one, because obviously you, as a driver, you always want to chase that championship. But I mean, you've got to think of the team as well. And as you mentioned, a 1-2. Look, they are starting on different tires, so I would expect Porfmaze to pull away from Bandego, because he will be starting on the medium. So strategy-wise, don't race each other. I wouldn't say, let the quicker driver go. Play it as, that's my opinion. Let the quicker driver go. Don't try and challenge each other. At the end of the day, this is for constructors' points, etc. So, and you're sitting in an excellent position. I would say don't race each other just yet. Let's get the first race out of the way.
Absolutely. Sina Go saying in a comment section here, come on, Road to my old teammate. And Gerard Kotz is saying, I like the underdog tag. Well, Gerard, no one said you're an underdog. We just said that you're extremely quick. With the rules changes this season, I think everyone has got a mountain to climb, maybe some more so than the others. But eventually everyone will catch up on pace. It's a 16-round season before we kick off with the 2020 edition of Codemasters game. Just to take us to qualifying 3, this is for bragging rights. This is for pole position. This is what it's all about. This is what qualifying 2 and 1 really leads to. 2 Ferraris, definitely hot favorites. It's definitely going to be a shootout unless we see a major upset from someone. But definitely Porfmaze and Vandejo.
Absolutely, and as I said earlier, watch out for Leslie Sharp, and then Sheldon actually surprised us with a decent run in Q2. So, I'm gonna put it on the line here. I'm gonna say the 2 Ferraris, Leslie Sharp, and Cactus the Big, top 4.
Absolutely, everyone ducking out of the pit at the moment. Obviously, in qualifying 1 and 2, we do not know what fuel loads the guys were running. We don't know what engine modes they were running. This session is much easier from a commentating point of view. It's really all out max. It's the green button. It's the magic button in your car. Everything is set to max. Barry's saying, can someone send Warlock an invite? Crofty, are you busy there?
Yes, I am busy.
Thank you so much, sir. It's nice to have Crofty in the comments box doing some work. It makes me and Lee's life very easy. At the moment, we are with Cactus the Big in the pink machine. He's setting up his first flying lap on the softs. Everyone at the moment, I just want to have a look at our telemetry. I think everyone is going to be on the softs. Yeah, everyone is on the softs. Looks like everyone is out except for Tony. Tones, he's still sitting in the pits. Not a bad strategy. Just wait for everyone to set the time. At least you know what you're aiming for. You can look at your delta during the lap. I find that extremely helpful. I don't like to be the benchmark to other drivers.
Yep.
I like to sit in the car, know what I'm chasing, and then try and go and fetch it.
That's it. Look, what I do personally is I normally go out early. It's just to get that run in. Because I don't like to leave it for last minute. I don't like that kind of pressure. So I do go out fairly early just to get a run in, get a feel for the track, and then I tend to hang back in the garage and obviously have a look at what times the guys set, and if it's necessary, I head out again. Otherwise, yeah, that's normally my strategy going into a qualifying session.
Great stuff. So obviously this is the home track for the Renault boys. We're on board here with Papa Whiskey, who runs extremely wide in turn 3. That might not, I don't see him slow down, so hopefully that is definitely not a corner cutting or a corner restriction issue for him. He seems to be on it, so we'll follow him around the lap a bit, see how he's doing. Home track for the Renault boys, and we've only got one Renault in the top 10 if I'm not mistaken. So if I just look at my list here, yeah, only one Renault available. Papa Whiskey's his teammate is himself, and that's sometimes not a bad thing. It's just to be your own competitor, not have anyone else to worry about in a garage. Who gets favors, who gets pit assistance first. It's actually nice.
No politics. Makes it
no
makes
politics.
It
Absolutely. We're going to follow him around and see what time he sets up. Leaf, you can just watch the timing screens there for us and see if anyone does any magic lap there for us. What are we expecting? And as I say that, yeah, what did Leslie Sharp do there for us? A 132.
132.434. Porfmace goes second, 0.063 behind Leslie Sharp. So,
cat amongst the pigeons.
I'm running on board with Van Diego now. He's coming through the long high-speed.
Sorry, Croft, I'm going to interrupt you there. Papa Whiskey goes 4th in his home race for his Renault team.
Road to Turbo goes fastest, 132.149.
Wow, that will make Christian
Very
Horner
good time,
extremely happy. I'm just going to put some telemetry up for everyone. Yeah, good stuff. So at the moment, we'll just get all my telemetry up. So just 0.2 seconds from between Rota and Leslie. Obviously, Porfma is just a couple of hundreds away. Papa Whiskey currently in 4th. I want to get on board here with Adrian and see what the Silver Arrows can do. Pandejo goes 4th, guys. Maybe just a banker lap. Maybe just to see what's out there.
Could be.
It's definitely not what we expected in the comms box.
No, not at all.
No,
I'm quite
not at all.
surprised.
So if you are watching our YouTube stream, please do not listen to Crofty whatsoever. Do not put any money on Crofty. So Crofty, you need to do some more homework. We're going to give you plenty of homework to do. We'll do some online schooling with you.
Oh, guys,
during the
there's
lockdown.
still 6 minutes left. So,
That's what we like, Crofty. Some confidence going into that one. I am, and as I say that, Leslie Sharp 2nd, Aquacentric goes 5th. Yeah, so not a bad time there for the Mango team. Or was it the McLaren?
Cactus the Big is on a hot lap at the moment.
I am currently on board with them. Let's follow. I'm pretty sure he's Barbie. Let's follow Barbie around in the pink car. He's probably going to give me lots of hammering after this. Let's follow him around the track. Circuit Paul Ricard, we're in France tonight. Welcome to our stream. If you want to join us also on our social media platforms, please join us on Facebook, Full Throttle Racing, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can see all these streams. You can laugh at all our stupid comments in the commentary box. You can give Crofty maybe some homework there in the comment section. He obviously doesn't have enough to do, so please give him some work there in the comment section. Yeah. And Cactus the Big goes 7th. 1.6 seconds off the pace. Needs to find some pace somewhere.
That's it. From what I picked up, he's losing time in sector 1 and sector 3. You can probably pick up another half a second or so there. But yeah, so Tones goes 8th fastest, 133.902.
The Red Bulls obviously would like to have them closer to each other. Obviously Red Bull up in pole, or in first position, provisional pole, Tones in 8th. He wants to get a little bit closer to his teammates. You don't want to go into 3, 4 rounds of the season and be a second of your teammate. That's clearly team orders from there on.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But as I was saying, just picking up here, I noticed that, who was it now? Sorry, I lost the driver.
While you're looking for your driver there, maybe Crofty can help you, but just the comment section, you Claude Makia, hopefully I pronounced that right. Go Leslie, you'll be first team soon, mate, so some support there for Leslie Sharp. As Tones ducks into the pits, he's currently in 8th. Aiden still needs to set a lap. We're currently on board with Toto Wolf's team, the Silver Arrows. He just bought some big shares into Aston Martin, so he's probably going to pull a brawn on himself and start his own team very soon, if I look at social media.
Oh, Pandejo goes second.
There we go.
Second, just
Don't
a
always
tenth
listen
off.
to Crofty.
Yeah,
Crofty
Crofty. There's still a tenth between him and Paul, and there's probably a lot of money on betting. So a tenth off Rotor Turbo. So currently it's the Red Bull leading the Ferrari. Ferrari's only in second and in fourth. Not what we expected. Let's see what Adrian can do here in the Silver Arrows. He goes nowhere. Probably an invalid lap, so he's going to start another one. Yeah.
And just to add something here, Aiden has also got a 5 grid penalty. Not too sure what the infringement was, but yeah, it's going to drop him all the way back.
It's a Tronica here in the Toro Rosso. He's on the softs. He's currently in 10th. He hasn't set the time yet, so the only two people not setting a time is Adrian and Sean Tozen. It's a Tronica. He goes out on a back straight, DRS wide open, and we'll see where this puts him. The current provisional pole, Rotor Turbo, Pandejo in second, Leslie Sharp third, fourth most fourth, Aquacentric in fifth. We're just going to follow him just a little bit around. Guys, can you just keep an eye on fourth place for me? Let's see what he can do. He's currently in the pits.
Sure.
He needs to get out there if he wants to get pole.
Yeah, this is going to be a quick stop. Either change for fresh tires and get out as soon as possible. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the session.
We're just going to see, as I say that, the Ferrari is getting pushed in there. I'm not sure who that was. It looks like Pofmeis, double stacking Ferrari, Pofmeis in and Pandejo. This is going to be tight. If they put on a fresh set of softs, you also do not want to overheat your tires on your outlap.
There we go, gents. Sorry, HP 131.69 by Leslie Sharp.
And the Mango takes Crofty. Online schooling. A brilliant lap there from Leslie Sharp in the McLaren, a 131.6, almost half a tenth up on Rotor Turbo in the Red Bull.
Crofty's doing his work. Leslie Sharp is driving in a Haas.
Oh, I do apologize. I thought it was a Mango.
Ferrari powered Haas.
Okay, well, it's still not a Ferrari, Crofty. You're not going to get away with that one, young man. Van Nelson in the comment section, nice lap there on Tony. Yeah, that puts him up into 8th. And Claude saying, oh my gosh, Leslie. Well, I think we're all in the commentary box when, oh wow. Stunner lap there by Leslie. Barry saying, Gerard maak 'n paar trots. I'm not sure what that is all about. Yeah. Right, we are currently on board. I just want to see where the two Ferraris are. They're not out. They've missed out.
No.
Pandejo is not out. Pandejo is not out, so he's basically a sitting duck in the pits. Pofmeis, I am going to be on board with him to see what he can do. He's currently on a start, on a back straight. He's got 40 seconds to get to the start-finish line. Sure, this is going to be tight. Crofty, can you do it here within 33 seconds from this part of the track? Come on, Crofty.
I don't think so.
Well, if he can still put one lap in.
Corner cutting, make everything just one straight.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be close, guys. 15 seconds left.
I think that's done and dusted. I don't think he's going to make it, unfortunately.
No, it's not going to make it.
How's that for a cat amongst the pigeons? Unless this is not a hot lap, gentlemen. This is a out lap, yes?
Outlap.
And
Yeah,
it was
that
an
ends it
outlap.
for him.
Yeah, that ends it for him.
I see Sheldon
Oh,
or
today.
Cactus the Big is up. He's gone quicker, 3/10 of a second quicker. I don't know if that's his personal best time.
We're going to get on board with him in the Racing Point. Let's see how he can finish off his lap. He's definitely got still, he can definitely get close to Papa Whiskey, maybe cut a couple of tenths. He slowed down, he's abandoned
Slow
that
down,
lap.
yeah.
That's him for the evening. Papa Whiskey is currently in the pits. Aquacentric is out in the Mango. He is still a long way away from Willem in the Ferrari. We're just going to follow him on. He's really the only guy who can improve. Cactus getting nicely out of the way there. And he ducks into the pits. Gentlemen,
There we go.
what a surprise. Leslie Sharp, what a lap. Definitely lap of the evening. A 1:31.6. Puts that Red Bull up and full. Christian Horner smiling like it's Easter there by him. Rotor Turbo. What am I saying? Leslie Sharp's in the hearts. What am I doing? Oh, good grief. Rotor Turbo up in second. He's in the Red Bull. Van Dijk in the Ferrari third. Popmace in the Ferrari fourth. Guys, not what we expected from the Ferraris.
Not at all. I was expecting a 1-3, but yeah, as you say, Leslie Sharp putting in a solid time there, and then Rotor Turbo out of nowhere, second place, 132.149.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah.
Definitely some
Big
sandbagging probably in Q2 just to get through.
Yeah.
But wow, what a qualifying lap. We're just waiting for the times to pop up from Codemasters, and we'll give you your full top 10 as they will line up on the grid after all the grid place penalties. So, as we take you through, Lee, can you run us through this one?
Sure, on pole we have Leslie Sharp, 007 with a 131.69 in second, Rotor Turbo, third will be Pandego, fourth is Porfmace, fifth Aquazentry, sixth Papa Whiskey, seventh Cactus the Big, eighth Tones R, ninth is Esatronica, and in 10th is Aiden Nation.
Well done. And you did that all before Codemaster switched you off. Well
There we go.
done. That's impressive. Crofty, you might need to have a couple of tips there from Lee, young man.
Yeah, well, at least it's a second roadblock out.
So definitely some work to do for the Ferraris. Looks like the one lap pace is definitely with Leslie and with the Red Bull. So the Haas looking extremely strong. We're just waiting for the guys to form up on their formation lap. Just going to go through the comments here. Claude saying Lacquer Leslie. Yeah, absolutely. It was the same comment from the comms box. Vander Nelson, have a safe race, guys. Tones, let's go for solid points. It's all about points, really. It's the first race of the season. You do not want to have a DNF. You want to get some points just to take some pressure off you. 16 races ahead of you, or 15 after this one. Plenty of time to make up.
That's it. The guys just need to be just take it easy. Make sure you finish in the top 10. Don't put yourself under immense pressure. Yeah, make it easier. See, the guys have started the formation lap. Just gonna get the tires up here. That'll be very interesting to see on who is starting on what. There we go. See that? What's interesting for me is the guy starting on the softs. Does that mean a two-stop strategy, or is it soft straight to hards? That's going to be very interesting.
Lee, that's going to be interesting. I definitely think that they might have to go soft, medium maybe, if they can make the mediums last that long. Soft, medium, hard, I don't think will work. I think the guys on the medium has definitely got the advantage. It's going to be interesting to see how fast those softs are with Porfmace. He's in a Ferrari, he's on the softs. He has showed some pace in qualifying too. If he can get past a couple of them on a race start and maybe open up a gap on that soft, that might just throw in a little bit of a spanner in the works there. Cactus also on the softs, if he can have a good start, the last thing you want to do is to start on the softs and be held up by a medium tire in front of you and you feel you can go faster.
Yeah, that's the guys that have to make the jump very, very early on. In the Grand Prix,
HB?
Crofty!
Yep.
Just check your messages quick, please.
Love it, Crofty. All good, Crafty. You pop into the garage. We'll try to chat to you a little bit later, young man. All good.
Okay, I'm just gonna sort this out quick, then I'll be back.
Thanks.
Right, just the final run through the order. Leslie Sharp on pole in second, Rotor Turbo third, Pandego fourth is Porf Mace, Aquazentry in fifth, Papa Whiskey in sixth, Cactus the Big in seventh, 8th we have Tones R, 9th Esotronica, 10th Corvid 19 Pat, 11th Bluebird, 12th Chili Willy, 13th Aiden Nation, qualified 10th but was handed the 5 grid penalty, and then in 14th we have Warlock.
Yeah, he just joined the session, so he was obviously not part of qualifying, so he can start, I think, whatever tie he wants to start on. He's chosen the mediums, fresh set of mediums. Yeah, Lee, will you take us through lights out?
Sure. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we are waiting for Codemasters.
Yeah, we're waiting.
There we go. What a start by Leslie Sharp. Great getaway there. Pandego in third, right next to Rotor Turbo. He's got the advantage on the inside, decides against it. Seems like everyone has gotten away cleanly. Cactus the big winner there. He's up in fourth. Great drive from him. Papa Whiskey fifth. Porf Mace just behind him. The big loser at the moment in sixth. Seventh we have Aquazentry. So it looks like everyone got away cleanly. But a great start from the guys there. And Leslie Sharp half a second, almost a second up already on Rotor Turbo.
Absolutely. So our biggest winner through this was... I just want to get some detail up here for myself. So the biggest winner really is Cactus the Big. Up 3 places into 4th. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do from there. He's currently fitted the soft, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct, yes. There we go. He's up 3 positions. Great start from him.
So currently the guys spreading out nicely. You've got Leslie Sharp, who started on pole, still in first position. This is lap 1 of 27. The Red Bull follow him closely by 1.2 seconds. It's really just about following the car in front of you. Make sure that you get close to him for lap 3. That's when DRS gets enabled. And hopefully you've got enough ERS. You've got the engine mode to do that. And overtaking is definitely possible. So Rotor getting under a bit of pressure here from Pandego and a Ferrari. Lots of pressure there from Cactus. He's showing extreme pace and a little bit wide there. Fastest lap at the moment. Rotor Turbo 140.8 on the mediums. So that's fastest lap so far. But that will tumble as the fuel loads go down. Oh, another big moment there before Cactus.
Tank slapper there.
Oh.
So I'm currently on board with Pandego. He is right behind Rotor Turbo, putting him under immense pressure.
And as you say that Red Bull just loses the back end slightly there. Hopefully Pandego can get close to him to see. Oh, big moment. As you follow them, I am currently here with Porf Mace. He's got some issues. He just got passed by the Renault. A good showing there by Papa Whiskey at Renault's home race. I just want to get on board here with Porf Mace. He had a horrible start. It looks like he was delayed on the start. And now he's chasing from the back. He's got a Renault and a Racing Point between him and his teammate.
That's it. He's definitely got some work to do. Just want to get the tyre information up there. I'm not too sure what he's on at the moment.
So Porf Mace at the moment is on the softs. And
on the softs.
Yeah, that's it. And his teammate's on the medium. So not really what Willem was looking for in that Ferrari. And it seems like he's now got a whole string of cars in front of him. As I say that, it was the Mango car that slightly loses it there. I think it was Aquazentry. He's having a tough time keeping that McLaren on the road. He's on the softs at the moment. Ooh, run very wide there by one. I think it's a Toro Rosso. And I am going to stick around with Pandego here. Oh, he almost gets close into turn 1. Oh, that could have been a nose for him. And as I say that, Rotor Turbo loses and he takes...
Oh, he's out! Oh, no!
He's taken the Racing Point completely with him. There is plenty of damage on that Racing Point.
No.
Rotor Turbo out. That's it done for the Red Bull team.
Oh, my word.
plenty of
That's
damage
unfortunate.
on Cactus's
But the-
car there. Oh man,
That's
he's
it.
gonna have
But
to pit.
we said earlier, HB, that Red Bull did not look stable going through those corners. Not
Absolutely,
sure
I'm
if
not
those
sure.
tires were burnt out or what happened there, but it definitely did not look stable at all.
And as we say that the safety car pops out, that's obviously for the incident between Cactus and Rotor Turbo. Oh, horrible incident there. So Cactus will definitely use this opportunity to get into the pits. Maybe too early to do a one-stop only. He probably will get
Yeah.
onto a fresh set of mediums, see how far that can take him, and maybe make this into a medium stint.
That's it. I think that'll be the best option for him at the moment. But definitely the guys on the softs need to get into the pits right now so that they can get rid of those softs. It's balls in their court again.
Yeah, that's going to be difficult for Cactus now. I mean, there was plenty damage on that racing point. You can see the right end plate or the right front end plate completely missing. And in
That's
these
it.
fast corners, you will not keep that car on track. It will be an absolute...
Definitely not.
No, it will be like snail. It's just not going to work. I am just going to follow around to see if anyone pits. Just want to change my data
Yeah,
here.
Borfmace is in. Leslie Sharp is in.
Aquacenture
Pandego has
also
decided
ducking
to
in.
carry on.
Good choice there for Pandega. I mean, he's on the medium, so he can use these 3 laps
Yeah.
just to nurse those tires. It's 3 laps that you don't really use anything on those tires, and he can make that
That's
really
it.
work for him. So as I say that, Tones, I just want to see what the guys have fitted. So Bluebird stays out on the mediums. Leslie has fitted the hards. So Leslie is currently in the hards. He fitted from first, puts on the hards. Pofmace in the Ferrari. He's on the mediums. He decided to go for the medium one. Aquacenture also coming out of the pits. He's got a fresh set of mediums on. Wow, this is going to be interesting.
Definitely. Very interesting that Leslie Sharp went onto the hards. I wonder if he's going to try and make it work for him. It's going to be very tough. I see Sheldon's also just switched over to, or Cactus the biggest has switched over to the mediums as well. I think that would be the better option, the quicker option, if you will.
Absolutely, and Lee, he's got pace. I mean, he can, with the safety car bunching everyone up, he's on a fresh set of mediums.
That's it.
Isotronica and Aqua's the only one really who pitted during that period. He's on a fresh set of mediums. Isotronica didn't pit, or did he? No, he did. Sorry. So everyone in front of him has pitted, but he has showed some pace. I mean, he can really cut through this field and maybe get a slip, because everyone's bunched up now.
That's it, yeah. No, look, I mean, the guys are definitely the guys who stopped now. I mean, they've all shown decent pace throughout this evening, and yeah, I think they definitely put the top 7 up. Put them under a lot of pressure going forward. Obviously, they'll have the older tire. Yes, you don't use a lot of tire through this. Normally, a 3 laps behind the safety car, but on the fresher mediums, definitely advantage. As I say, this Esotronica is out of the race.
Not sure what happened
Not
to
too
him.
sure what happened there.
So that takes our driver.
Oh, incident. He must have knocked into someone.
Well, I
I just
see
saw the car
Leslie
on the
at the
track there.
moment in the pits. Nice in the pits. Yeah. So